So here's three things, because 3 is the magic number. Here's 3 things that you need to know about storytelling. The most important thing we have to do is get through what I call attention spam. Yes, spam with an M. Most of what we take into the brain goes into this sort of spam box that we have. It gets underneath consciousness. It isn't really considered that important. So when we're writing a presentation, when we're doing data, we're trying to persuade people, the most important thing is how do we counteract this tendency for things to go into attention span. And one of the best ways we can do it is by actually telling a story. How do we tell a story? Well, the most important thing of all is to construct what I call a golden thread. It goes back to the idea of Theseus and the Minotaur, and Theseus being able to unravel the golden thread, to get out of the centre of the labyrinth and find his way back out. The brain needs a structure, needs a skeleton. The golden thread is really a way in which the brain can hold on to a story from the beginning to the middle and the end. We spend far too much time in our business worrying about the content and the data and the facts and the graphs. Not enough time on the structure. So always remember, create a golden thread, use a storyboard, make sure that you've got the brain interested in that structure, in that thread from beginning to end. Tip number 3 is about endings, so this will be my ending. We know from behavioural economics that the brain has a disproportionate likelihood of being affected by what happens at the end. So think about, the end of your favourite books, or the end of a TV series. So for me, I thought the end of Mad Men was brilliant, the end of Breaking Bad was brilliant, the end of Lost, not so good. And the brain actually is far more likely to think about the whole experience of something through the lens of how it ends. So don't just end your presentation or your document by stopping. Think of a big ending. Think of something that's going to be as dramatic and memorable as how you start. And if you put those tips together, hopefully you'll start restoring storytelling to where it should be, which is at the heart of communication.